If you've been watching any of my videos, you will know two things. A, I really dislike probate, and B, I really like trusts because you avoid probate with trusts. But today I wanted to kind of contradict myself and say, when do you actually not need a trust? When does it not make sense to create a trust? So if you have any questions on this, you can find me on my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. Go to the Contact Us page and schedule a consultation. With that, when do you not need a trust? And the answer is that if you're going to avoid probate already, there's no need to double kill it. You know, if you are going to avoid probate with the current assets that you own, congratulations, you probably don't need a trust if you don't have a trust already. More specifically, I'm looking at people who do not own real estate, who do not have very strange ways of distributing their assets. So in other words, if you're trying to say, hey, 10 years from now, if John doesn't drink any alcohol, then give him money, but if not, then give Sarah money, but if she goes to college, you know, if you do something weird like that, a trust is better. Yeah, so if you have no real estate, if you have normal distributions of 50-50 between two people and they get it directly, if your assets auto transfer when you pass away, that's also a huge thing. And that's going to be through beneficiary designations, transfer on death deeds, stuff like that. So if your bank account has a beneficiary designation on it and you only own a bank account, then that's it. You're done. Like, you don't have to worry about probate because you're going to avoid probate and you don't need a trust at that point. Additionally, if your house, usually houses don't have auto transfer deeds on them, but transfer on death deeds or ladybird deeds in Texas, they will put a beneficiary designation on your house that will auto transfer whenever you pass away, so that that house is going to avoid probate. So again, if all of your assets that you own, be it your car, your bank accounts, your retirement accounts, your real estate, if every single thing under the sun has auto transfer ability on it, then you're going to avoid probate. There's no need for a trust. Last but not least, if you have less than $75,000 to your name, that's also another situation where you don't need to worry about a trust for sure, because you're going to qualify for a probate that is cheaper, faster, and easier than setting up a trust and paying for it. So, you know, again, if you qualify for that really, really slim margin of people who have 75K or less in assets, and that's gross assets, that's not net assets. In other words, however much assets you own, regardless how much debt you have, that's how much we're looking at. So if I have $78,000 in cash and I have $100,000 in debt, we just ignore the debt, we look at 78, and I'm above that threshold, so I don't qualify. So that's the circumstance there. But yeah, so those are the different scenarios. I'm struggling to think of them all off the top of my head, but the biggest ones are the auto transfer of every asset that you own. If every asset's going to avoid probate, no need for a trust. If you have less than $75,000, you're already going to go through a really easy probate. That's easier than setting up a trust. No need to worry about it. If you have distributions that are really straightforward and you don't need to worry about it, don't worry about it. So there are other circumstances for sure, and you know, I'm not trying to say everybody needs to get a trust, but I would say the majority of people fall somewhere in any of those categories where it's like, hey, one of your assets needs this, or you have more than 75,000, or you have a complex distribution plan, or whatever else. So talk to an attorney, try to figure out, do you need a trust, do you not need a trust? Be more than happy to chat about this. You can email me directly, Derek, D-E-R-E-K, at legionlawpllc.com. Or you can find me on my website, www.legionlawpllc.com. Go to the Contact Us page and schedule a call with me directly. So thank you so much for watching and have a great day.